Israel and the West Bank. They can become a state if Israel withdraws. So if in the meantime the Palestinian Authority can declare anything it wants, it is not a government in control of that territory. Now, interestingly, that's not the case in Gaza. What would happen if they decided, let's say, if Hamas today wanted to declare itself to be a state in Gaza? I'm not sure there's any barrier to that. I don't think they have any particular interest in doing so.
I have a comment about the Goldstone report and a question for Avi about it. The comment is that it's not generally recognized that Israel itself produced 3 lengthy reports before the Goldstone report, during the time the Goldstone report was being prepared, and after it came out, analyzing what happened in the Gaza war. The reports themselves total more than 500 pages themselves. And they were basically ignored by the UN and by Goldstone himself. So my question on that is, in light of that, would it have been any different if Israel had participated as part of the Goldstone process? And since there will be another one at some point in the future, should Israel participate at that point in time?
So this is one of Goldstone's standard lines. It is that he was forced to adopt these false conclusions because Israel did not cooperate with the mission. Now, it's clearly not true as a matter of law. It's that one is forced, if one party does not go along with a fact-finding procedure, then one is forced to adopt conclusions that one knows to be incorrect. It may be that there are legal proceedings in which there are parties with a burden of proof and parties without a burden of proof, but of course this was not one. And the Goldstone report is fairly clear about the fact that not only did it not have any standards of proof, it didn't have any presumptions except for presumptions of guilt about Israel, right? So no need in our case for presumptions of innocence. But if you look at the Goldstone report, it actually does cite the Israeli submissions, right? It says the Israelis, for example, I actually quoted one of them, right? The Israelis say that Shipley Hospital was used as a military base, but we don't accept that. Why don't we accept it? Because we're not interested in investigating it. So it's, to the extent that Israel did cooperate, the Goldstone report simply blew it off. It was not interested in it. None of the evidence would be accepted. So is it true that it would be different if Israel cooperated? I don't think so. Now, there's a political question. What empowers Israel best to fight it? Is it cooperating or staying away? Now, I can think of one case where it helped Israel to refuse to cooperate. That was after the allegation that Israel committed war crimes in Jenin. Initially, the reports were that Israel slaughtered 500 civilians, then it was 150 civilians, and then it was 100 civilians. And as is the way of the UN first voted to find Israel guilty and then dispatched a fact-finding mission to find the details about Israel's guilt. Now, in that case, Israel refused to allow them to land in Israel at all. And eventually, several months later, the UN issued its report, and the report admitted the truth, which was there was no massacre. There was a fight in which half the casualties were civilians and half the casualties were Palestinian terrorists. And there was no war crime. So in that case, it seems to me at least that in that